Okay, so this is a video example of what I want you to do on this assignment. You're not going to use these organisms. I gave you organisms that you've never seen before that aren't even real, so you aren't using things that you already know to put them in order. But I'll show you an example with recognizable animals, sort of recognizable. These aren't the best pictures. Here's a leopard, a wolf, a snake, an emu maybe, some kind of flightless bird, a cat, an alligator, a sheep, a regular bird, and a lion. So this is going to be your example, so use your previous slide as an example. You can drag and drop the animals wherever you want to put them. Draw the vertical lines by selecting Insert at the top of the screen and then type in line. You can put in the text box you need by selecting Insert and then Text Box. Before you turn it into me, convert it to a PDF by hitting File, Export to, and PDF. So this is what we're looking for, something like that. So what you're going to do, the easiest thing, is to take the things that are most like each other and put them together. So I'm going to take this one, and this is another big cat. I'm going to put it together. This is another cat, kind of similar. Feel like that is closer to the dog. Then we have a sheep. And this is just mine. You might do this differently. Then I'm going to put the snake. And the alligator is kind of like a snake. And then the two birds. So these are your species. Each one of these is a separate species. Now I'm going to combine some of these together to make genuses. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to put a line. So Insert, Line, and it puts it right here. So I'm going to put my line here. And do that. Now, I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to insert a text box. It puts this right here. Click here, and I'm going to type big cats. Okay, you only have to do this when you combine things. So this one I'm going to keep by itself. And like I said, there are other ways you could do this. This is not the only right way. As long as your descriptions make sense, it will be well right. Oh, don't want it that high. None of these to me are enough alike to combine them at this stage, so I'm leaving them alone. Now at this point, I'm going to combine the snake and the alligator. I accidentally put the line with an arrowhead, but that's okay. Insert text box. Drag it here. I'm going to put with scales. Okay. And I'm going to combine the birds too. I'm going to put with feathers. Okay, so those are my genuses. I've got the big cats. These are all still by themselves. Then I've got all of them with scales and all of them with feathers. Okay, for family, I'm going to join all my cats together. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to just drag this line up and this line. So I'm not going to make any changes with these. Okay. For order, I'm going to drag this line up. Realize I could have done that for this one, but I didn't, but it's okay. Whatever way works. Insert text box. I'm going to put carnivorous mammals. And you see I spelled carnivorous wrong, but it fixed it for me, which is good. Move this line up. And I'm going to move this one up. And I'm going to put all animals with fur. I'm going to take this line all the way up, and here I'm going to put all animals. Okay? So, and there are other ways you could have done this. You could have combined the birds and the reptiles because they both have scales on their legs. There's lots of different ways you could have done it. So for yours, you're going to be using these creatures. And like I said, you can drag them along, put them in whatever order you want. And your characteristics could be all of them with long, thin bodies, all of them with round bodies, all of them with black spots, things like that. Some of them have black spots, some of them have claws, some of them have tentacles, some of them have eyes, some of them don't. Lots of things you can use to compare and make your classifications. So drag them up here as from most alike to least alike, draw your lines, and go up as far as you need to. I went all the way up to phylum. You may not need to. As long as your descriptions make sense, I will count it correct. Okay? So there you have it. Email me if you have any questions. When you are finished, make sure you save this as a PDF. Schoology does not play nice with Keynote, so it makes it very hard to grade, very hard to manipulate. So go up to File when you're finished, Export to PDF, and export your presentation, click Next, and you're going to tell it, save it as whatever you want to save it as. Maybe put your name and make sure you notice where you put it. Hit Export. Then you will go to Schoology. Here's the assignment. Turn in your completed PDF document here. You will click there. And it's not, let's see, it's not doing it for me because I'm a teacher, but there will be a spot for you to upload the assignment.